Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. As for me, I'm doing wonderful. Thank goodness. So, what I'm going to show you today is, of course, what I was working on yesterday. And it came out beautifully and it feels so good. But the thing I noticed is that I had some people ask me some questions, and they had told me that they have always wanted to try this, but it may look complicated. I'm going to be honest with you, it does look complicated. I'm not going to lie about that. Another thing is, what I did was, prior to starting needle tatting, I looked on the YouTube, and I looked on the YouTube for quite some time. Whenever I'm going to start a project, whether it's sewing a new pattern in my sewing journey, or I'm doing a weaving pattern, I always look. And then once I feel very confident, very confident, I'll go ahead and buy what I need. And I've also buy books, and I'm constantly looking on YouTube for how they do their method. And there's some people that are really good in doing their methods. And he's up here saying hello, and she wants to know, what am I doing? So what I decided to do this morning was, first of all, show you an introductory of what you'll need when you buy your Handy Hands kit. This is what the Handy Hands needle looks. Now, if you buy the Handy Hands and you just buy the kit, it's only going to come with 3 needles. But if you buy the book and you buy it from Handy Hands, you'll get an additional needle, which is the extra fine needle. And it's very inexpensive. It's a little over $14, which isn't a very big expense. Now, in your kit, let me move this out of the way, you're going to get that's what I spent the $14 for, because I got the book, and I also got the regular needle threader, and then the extra fine needle threader, which was a really good investment. And of course, it came with the pouch that my needles were in, and I'll lay them all out. Okay, this one is a number 3-0. It's the largest and thickest. Then it comes with the number 5-0, which is the second. Then there's the number 7, which is fine, and this is the bonus one. You get the extra fine. So 4 needles is a good start with. With this project, because I want to show you how to do a simple little just the picot and the ring, we'll start with the number 3-0, and I'm going to put the rest of them in the pouch, which is a really good handy pouch, by the way. Okay, the next thing you'll need is a pair of scissors. You can buy these anywhere, these little mini scissors. They help a lot. And for some projects that are gonna need a crochet hook that matches your size of the needle. As you can see, these match. So this one is a number 6 for the number 10, for the number 7 needle, number 5 needle, and number 3 needle. I'm sorry. So I don't need the extra fine needle threader. I just need the see, this one is the medium. Sit down, Tilly. This is a size 10 cotton merchandise thread, and as you can see, it's really thick because it has, let me see, I'll give you an example. I'm going to open this up. This is a 4-ply. And how do I know this? If you open up your yarn or thread or what you're working on, like yarn and this type of thread, this is called a warp thread. This is used for on my weaver, but you can also use it for crocheting. You can use it for embroidery. And there's 4 threads. So this is a 4-thread worsted weight cotton warp. Okay. And I suggest having a little garbage can on the side because you will be throwing garbage away. So with this one right here, it came with a book. Get my supplies. Back down. I forgot my headphones aren't that long. So when I went to grab everything fell. Okay, so back over here, my headphones back on. So when I got the kit, these things out. I keep it in a little plastic container. I want it to be nice and pristine. It didn't come with that container, the particular plastic container. That's something that I had from something else. Okay, so you get your kit. When you receive your kit, you get this beautiful little booklet from Barbara Foster. It's called Learn Needle Tatting Step by Step. And again, they give you the free number 8 needle. Okay? So, which is the extra fine? Which is the one I was telling you here. Because normally, they just come with the 3 needles. So, in the book, if you open it, and I just started needle tatting just recently. Let's see, I ordered this. Let's see. I'm trying to remember when I ordered this. Did I have a date on this? Let me take a look. There should be a date. I ordered the yarn in March the 4th, but when I ordered this from Walmart, actually they did not put the date. Okay. But I looked at my email and I ordered it February the 20th, 2020, which is an awesome date to have ordered it on. So I think this is awesome. So in the book, if you open it, it tells you the step by step, the designs, the project, who's the author, the table of contents, there's ideas and author's note, and then this is a ring with picots, and it shows you the different size needles. Let me turn off that light for right now, and I have the window open. So with the different threads and these are all the different size threads and the different size needles that'll give you a different effect. The larger the needle, the larger the project. The finer the needle and the finer the thread, the tinier it'll get. So it all depends on what you want and how you want it. Then it has abbreviations. When I first seen this, I was like, uh-oh, what did I get myself into? Because Now I don't know what's going on here. So you need to learn what the ring is. Rings, the lines in between here are where the picots will get, or you'll place. In between the line, you'll see there's picot and then this number. The number emphasizes the double stitches. When you see two rings and this little curvature, that's your chain. It'll show you how many chains to make, how many double stitches, where your picot will be, double stitches, where your picot will be, and in between here is where you will join your piece. Once you have your concept of how to make the needles, how to create your chain, and chains do have picots and double stitches. There are different abbreviations, like the plus means join to a picot. Then the ring, when you see the SEP, that means there's a separation. When you see a large LR, that means the large ring, and so on and so forth. Then they show you how to hold your thread. If you're right-handed, you would hold it. Just the total opposite. This is for a right-handed person, but if you were left-handed, your needle would be on your left hand and this string would be on your right hand. And then it shows you step by step on how to hold your needle. And there are lots and lots of videos on YouTube on how to hold your needle, how to hold your thread, how to create the picot. Then it shows you how to create a ring. So what we'll start with is the placing of your hand. Okay? And then I ordered some yarn from Handy Hands. Get your catalog. It's free. They give you samples. Sign up for the newsletter. Then they'll send you brochures with newsletters, etc. So let me place that all the way on the side. And we'll start with our creating our thread. Okay? So I'm hoping this thread that I selected is bright enough for you to see, because again, I have a camera that's not the totally best camera in the whole wide world. Okay, exposure back, see what the contrast is doing for us. Okay, so here we are, we have our thread. With this particular project, there's two ways to do this project. You can do it off of the ball of thread, but if you're doing a large thread, when I talk about the ball of thread, I am talking about the ball of thread. This can come in many forms, but this one is a cone shaped 1/2 pound of worsted waist number 10 4-ply, fully 100% cotton merchandise, but with a yellow color. So you can work on the ball of thread, or you could, if the pattern requests you off the ball of thread, then that means it's not quite a big project. So with this project, we're going to work with the ball of thread because I may want to keep going on with this. So first thing, you need to determine how big is your project and how big you want your project. For this particular sample, it's not going to be big. I'll say about 20 inches tops, maybe a little less. So I'm going to put my crochet hook away, try to get my hair out of the way. It's growing so much that it gets in my face. So first thing you need to do, you need to thread your needle. So you get your needle threader. You see that little needle threader? There's a needle threader. You place it in the needle opening right there. Okay, slide that in. Get your thread, insert it in the needle threader, pull it through, and you thread your needle. Now, like I said, we're going to pull from the needle about 12 inches because we're going to just do a simple ring and some picots. So with your hand, with the hand that you do everything with right-handed or left-handed, that's where you're going to hold your hand. So I'm going to place it in my right hand. Your finger is an important element to holding, and like I said, it never fails. I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me, because I have allergies, and I've always had all the allergies. Let me get a napkin 1 minute, please. Okay. Most of you know that if you ever see me on a video, I tend to sneeze a lot. So that's something that happens because of my allergies. Okay. Okay, we're back on track. Okay, so let me get my hand sanitizer. And you know, you're going to probably need lotion, something to keep your hands nice and soft and pliable, because you are working with fibers. There we go. Hand sanitizer. And then the next thing, like I said, I like to keep is a sort of like a lotion to keep my hands pliable. Okay, that way, because I get dry hands. I'm in a very humid area. I'm in the Sierra Nevada area. Okay, so keep my hands nice and pliable. Now we're ready to start. So your finger is very important because it's part of you're going to make your picots. It's where you hold your thread, which is a very important part. So you're going to pull a little bit of thread from the ball. Remember, the ball of thread is to my whatever side you place your ball of thread. Mine is on the left hand side. So you're going to create this loop right here. See this loop? You hold that with your fingers right there in between your fingers. Then you take your, see the finger I'm moving that's waving at you? You're going to hold with the other hand this finger that's waving at the tip of the tatting needle. And as you can see, I'm holding the loop thread from the needle. You can see the loop. I'm waving with my baby finger. I'm holding with my fingers the thread and the needle. Then with this hand, I'm going to wrap it around. Okay? Wrap it around. See that? I'll do it again. Wrap it around. With this hand, I'm going to take the needle and I'm just going to go under my finger. I'm holding the thread in this needle and everything. There. That's a half a double stitch. Now I'm going to go under. You see how I did that? Under. I didn't go around. I went under, and then I go over the top of my finger. Now I created a double stitch. Okay, so we'll go again. We'll just make, let's say, 6 double stitches. Then I'll show you how to make a picot. 2 double stitches, a picot, and then 6 double stitches. We'll close our work and reverse it, and then we'll create a chain. So let's create 6 double stitches. Remember, this is number 1. We've already did half and half makes 1. So over, needle under your finger and pick that thread up. Then your finger on the top. See how I got that? I didn't go over, I went under. So this is 2, and you notice I'm kind of holding that down because we're newbies here. Now my finger over, then under. You notice that I kind of I gotta put that on top of my thumb like that. That way I know it's not going to fall off my finger. Oh, it's right there. Then the needle goes under the top of your finger. Now we've got 3 double stitches. Finger over. Four double stitches. Again, it's half of 5. And then I got my finger on top of my thumb. Now I've got 5. You can count them. Now this is number 6. And then fold your finger over. There is 6. Now we will do and you notice the loop is still right here. This is an important part of your tatting, that your loop is where your hands are holding everything, the loop. So now to do the picot, your finger is your guide. You measure your finger as big as that picot you want. I kind of look at my nail and I'm holding my finger down, and then I'll press it all on the work that I already did. And that's going to be my guide. And I'm going to go do the over, pull that thread through, and I'm going to stop right there. If you notice, let me get my crochet hook. There is an opening right here. That is going to be your picot. Okay? So we're going to finish the picot by turning the finger the other way. Hold on to that picot. Join the half and half together. Now let go and slide that over, and you've got your first picot. Now we're going to do 2 double stitches under. There's half of one. There. Here's another one. Now we've got 2 double stitches, 6 picot and 2 double stitches. Now we're going to create another picot, so I'm pulling some of my thread from the ball. You notice I still have the loop. This is the end of my tail. I'm going to take your thread wrap it around your finger, go under your finger, use your nail or your finger as your guide, hold, you let that thread just stop, go under, over, you like with your thumb. Now we're going to enclose that and slide the work over. You've created 2 picots. Now we're going to finish with 6 double stitches. Here's half of one, here's the other half, and then we'll finish it off. Half, finish it off. We've got 1, 2, 3, half, finish it off, makes 4, half, finish it off, makes 5, half, finish it off, makes 6. So we've got 6 double stitches, a picot, 2 double stitches, a picot, 6 double stitches. Now what we're going to do is we are going to close this ring. This is called a ring. Okay, remember that. This is called a ring. This is the ball of yarn thread to my left, and this is the needle thread that's got the tail end. So what I like to do is put my hand in that ring right here. With your other hand, you're going to place your hand in that ring. Now I'm letting go. Now my other hand is holding the ring. It's in the ring. Or you can use your pinky, whatever you like. I like to put around 3 fingers. Now you're going to take your work that you did and slide that out, all the way out of that needle. Then go inside that ring. Pull your needle in. You're going to have to pull some of that. You got to get that tail out. Remember the tail end of your work. Don't let go of that ring. There's my tail. Now you've got your thread in that ring. You notice I'm holding that chain. And I'm pulling and pulling and pulling. Pulling and pulling and pulling. Pulling it until I make my first ring. This is what's called a ring. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Now we take this work and we're going to turn it around. And immediately when you turn it around, you notice that this thread wants to automatically create that little arch. Well, that's good. Now you notice with my hand, I am holding the ball of thread down. I'll wrap it around. You're going to go under that ball of thread. You see how I do that? This is going to create a knot to close that ring up. Pull it tight. Now we are closed. You notice that the thread just kind of falls in the middle of that ring. That's what you want. Take your needle and place it right on top. Okay. Now we are going to create a chain. A chain consists of whatever number of double stitches that is called within the pattern. So we are going to make 3 double stitches, a picot, 3 double stitches, a picot, 3 double stitches. Okay, so remember, finger, the thread goes over the finger. We're going to go under. That's half of one. and get it as close as you can to the edge of that ring. Now we'll do the other half. We've done one. Over, red, there's two. Over, needle goes under your finger, flip your work over, that's three. Half of that one, the other half makes a hole. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I say 4 or 3? We'll keep it at 4. 4 double stitches a picot, 4 double stitches a picot. So remember, to make that picot, we will put our finger on top, thread over, holding that our finger right there so the picot doesn't go anywhere. Finish it off with the other half. Slide it over, hold on to that. Now we're going to do 4 double stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to slide your work over just a little bit. I'm going to make that picot under, hold it with your finger, finish it off, slide it over, finish it off with 4 double stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You can tug that one if it doesn't match. Now it matches. So we did 4 double stitches a picot, 4 double stitches a picot, 4 double stitches. Now with a chain, listen with the chain, it doesn't, you don't have to hold this loop. All you do is push your work through, holding on to that. Slowly pull your work through, pull it, turn your work around, pull it a little bit. I'm putting my tail and thread kind of in the back. This is the ball of thread. I'm going to take my middle fingers and hold that. I'm going to then take the tail end of the thread from the needle and go under there to create that knot. We have created a ring and a chain. Now we want to make, let's say, 4 double stitches, and then we're going to insert that to the picot. Okay, 4 double stitches, insert to the picot, another 4 double stitches and a picot. Let's insert that. We'll insert, create 2 double stitches, a picot, and then 4 double stitches. So 4 double stitches, 1, I believe that's 6, I apologize, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's right, 6. Now we are going to keep our ball thread behind our finger. Slide your work over all the way just to about there. take your needle, insert it in front of that picot from the back, pull it through. You've got that insert. Now 2 double stitches, 1, 2, a picot. Use your finger to hold that. Finish that picot, slide it over, and finish it with 6 double stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, that was the other opposite way, 4, 5, and 6. Now this is a ring, and a ring gets closed. Here's when you have to, in your other hand, it's going to tangle that up, you're going to put your fingers in that loop. Pull your thread through. Put your needle inside that loop. Start pulling it. You can let go now. Pull, 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 pull. Pull. And you notice, I'm glad I remembered how many stitches that I have, because otherwise they wouldn't have matched. Once you pull it, turn your work around. Get your ball thread over your needle. This is your tail end. Create a loop. Insert your thread under the ball thread and over to pull it out. Now you've created a knot. And your work should look like this. Let's create another chain, which consists of 1, 2, 4 double stitches, a picot, 4 double stitches, a picot. So the thread is going to go on top of that chain. You're going to lay your needle on top of that. Put some more thread and start with 1. Make sure it goes at the very end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your finger, get your guide. Create your picot. Go under with your finger. Under. Half. That's the hole. Let go. Slide it through. Gotta tug it a little bit so you can see it. 4 more double stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to create another picot. Stop there. Finish it off, slide it over. Now 4 more double stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the chain? All we do is hold on to the work, slide it through. Okay. Hold it a little, give it a nice little taut feeling. Turn your work around. Get your needle thread tail on this side. Take your ball thread, wrap it around your finger. We're holding it, everything nice and tight here. Make that loop. Go under that thread. The ball thread, pull it through. You've got a knot. Now we'll finish and make another ring. Put your ball thread, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I apologize, that's 6, 4, 5, 6. I don't have a pattern in front of me, so I forgot. Picot, slide it over. Now we create 2 double stitches. I mean, finish it off with 6, I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just looking at my work, making sure everything's done correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got our ring. Remember, we're going to put our fingers through that loop. Pull our work through. Get the tail end out of there. Insert. I'll kind of move my fingers so you can see what it looks like. You want to insert that needle through the back of that loop. Pull, pull, pull. Pull, pull, pull. Pull tight. Oops, you know, we forgot to do something. And I should have noticed that. But this is good because now you can see how to clean up your errors. Okay, so you made a mistake. You don't panic. Just go backwards. Open up your ring. See that opening? All you have to do is pull that through. That loosens that end. Okay. Okay. You gotta take off that really knot, got kind of caught there. Now don't panic. Just watch what I'm doing. Take that thread out. Open that up. Just like I did before. Every once in a while we'll kind of fuss with you, but don't worry. No, Tilly, not now, Tilly, not now, Tilly, not now, Tilly, not now, Mama. Doing a little class. Okay. And pull that thread out. If I was doing a shuttle, oh man, that would have been harder to take out. Okay. When I first started this, and this happened to me, and I noticed I made a mistake, I totally panicked. I was like, oh no, and I cut all the project off, and I was like, oh no, I don't think this is meant for me, and I almost gave up. But when I started looking at the project, I kept looking at it, and I said, I wonder if I just pull this thread, will I be able to take everything apart? And that's how I learned how to take it apart. just like you're seeing me do now. And then I said to myself, I think I can do this. I think I can go back and try to finish the project. Okay, so we're back at our chain. I didn't take the chain apart. I only took what I needed to take apart. So I'm going to get the needle threader, insert my needle in there, thread it back up. Okay, now we can finish up. So we're going to do 6 double stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to insert our needle into that picot. And this is where I realized I made my mistake. And I don't have a pattern in front of me. I am making this pattern up as we go along. Now we do 2 double stitches, 1, 2. Slide your work over. We need to create a picot. Stop, finish it off, slide it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are finished with our ring. That's what it should look like. 6 double stitches, insert into the picot, 2 double stitches, a picot, and finish with 6 double stitches. Now you're going to put your fingers in that loop. In your other hand, slide your work through. I have to get my tail end out. Let's get my tail end out. We don't want that in there. So that's out. I'm going to insert my needle in the back of that loop and pull it tight. Turn my work around. Put my ball thread over my finger. Take my needle thread, go under, lock it up with a knot. And look what we've done. See, isn't that beautiful? So let me thank you for watching. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do the best I can to let you know what I can do. But this is an intro on how to create a ring, picots, how to join your picot to the previous ring, create another chain, do the same thing, create your chain, then your ring, insert it into the picot, create more rings, and this is all that you need to know. They consist of knots and picots and chains. Thank you. Have a blessed day.